Hello. We're doing Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker side quests. Here we go. Hello there, friend. Fancy lending a hand to a gleaner in need? I'm fairly new to all this gleaning business, so it's only proper that someone with the requisite experience deliver this important Uldan chemical compound to the research facility. You know, that one a short way to the west? Oh, I couldn't do that, asked another gleaner. They'd never take me seriously again. No, I need someone bold and brave and unconnected to me in social circles. In other words, an internet itinerant adventurer like you. I would do it myself, of course, but duty calls. Just deliver this package to someone in a position of seniority, and I promise I'll be back here to pay you for the favor. May I help you? Ah, yes, the old compound. Excuse me, but whatever happens to the gleaner I was told to expect, you don't quite match his description. And so here you are instead, huh? I thought that might be the case. This facility primarily studies small Vulcan and their ilk, and their role as carriers of disease. As such, we seem to have become the subject of some rather unsettling, not to mention wholly unsubstantiated rumors. I imagine some senior gleaner was amusing himself by taunting his junior colleague with scary half-truths and outright fabrications. The scholar lend me patience, but such jests lead to no end of trouble for us. In any case, I thank you for bringing me my delivery. Should you happen to return to our faint-hearted gleaner, pray do me the service of selling him straight on what it is we do here. You're back and not suffering from any horrible maladies. Well, nothing visible anyway. What's that? You think someone's been having a laugh at my expense? but but the others told me. They said researchers ordered a forbidden substance from Olda so they could conduct some kind of zombie powder. That cleaners who deliver there are often never seen again. Aye, that does sound a bit unlikely now that I say it out loud. Uh, those lying bastards. Right, well, here's what I owe you, plus a little extra for keeping quiet. Gods above, I'll never live this down. Can you believe it? I've been entrusted with my first important procurement. We faced the end of the world for a moment there, but my new life is only just beginning. Excuse me, do you have a moment? I have an urgent task to attend to and I could use some assistance. As the supervisor of this sector, I was concerned with how cool the air in Morinville Forest felt as I walked through on my usual rounds. Okay. Ordinarily, it should be a touch more humid. My colleagues assure me that the gauges are displaying acceptable temperatures, and while hinted that I was being oversensitive, my instincts, however, informed me otherwise. Would you mind assisting me with a more thorough investigation? Thank you. Payment will be forthcoming, of course, but first let us begin by assessing the problem from within the forest itself. Take a close look at this mist sprayer. You'll find the devices throughout Morinville Forest. I need you to see if they're functioning properly. It's nothing too complicated. If the sprayer crystal is glowing blue, then that means it's working. If it's dull, then it's most likely broken. Here, I'll jot down the location of the sprayers I wasn't able to check yet. Meanwhile, I'll go and see if there are any problems at Mistloom. That's the big tower over there responsible for regulating the sprayers. That can be our meeting spot once you finish checking out the devices. Crystal is glowing blue. The mist sprayer appears to be functioning correctly. The sprayer's case is cracked, the crystal within inert and dull. This device appears to be malfunctioning. Moraville's temperature is holding steady. There are no failures in the equipment here as far as I can tell. Well, the Mistum technicians can detect nothing awry with the tower's workings. Any issues with the sprayers? Aha, so there was a malfunction after all. The sprayer's job is to keep the area blanketed in mist, to accurately simulate the moist laden air of certain forest habitats. One broken device had no effect on the temperature, but the humidity had fallen out of the optimal range. If we hadn't caught the change, we would have started seeing an adverse effect on the forest flora and fauna. Nice work, but I didn't bring your payment with me. Come back to Upper Archinos and we can settle accounts there. Thank you again for agreeing to help. It goes to show that mechanical gauges aren't always as important as trusting one's own senses. Your rumination, as promised. Now I must see about organizing repairs for that broken sprayer. Excuse me, but aren't you the one who was assisting Aaronville? If you have a moment, I could also use some help with a certain task. Simply put, I'm to hunt down a number of caribou, but as this is my first job I've accepted which requires any degree of violence, I'm not entirely confident in how I should approach my prey. You seem like the type of woman who's seen her fair share of combat, but if I could observe you from concealment while you engage my target fauna, I wouldn't need you to spend all day on it, of course. 1 or 2 examples in the forest west of here should be plenty. Let's say 2, shall we? Even pay you. I'll even pay you, please? Thank you for the instruction. While I doubt I could emulate your particular style, seeing you in action was enormously helpful. You've also provided a service by calling a few of Labyrinth's more prolific animals. Lest you worry, it's essential we reduce the Carbo's numbers every now and again to maintain a stable habitat. And nothing here is killed for mere sport. Even part of a carcass is harvested and put to use. A practice I will make sure to carry out with the creatures you slew. There are still a few more that need culling, but I think I can handle that on my own now. Such is the gleaner's lot, and I should learn how to do it sooner rather than later. Oh, and here's your payment. Wish me luck. Might you have some time to spare for an old researcher, lass? Physical labor doesn't come to me as easily as it once did, and I'm in search of someone a bit more spry to assist me. The task is a simple one, rest assured. You need only plant these experimental seeds in the nearby fields. You would be compensated for your troubles, of course. No special skills are required of you. If you've planted one seed, you planted most of them. Well then, I look forward to seeing what you can do. Slightly flushed, are you? Good. I take it that means you've planted the seeds? You have my thanks, and if all goes to plan, the realms as well. You see, my research involves the production of nutrient-rich plants that can be harvested in greater numbers than any we have seen thus far. However, even the most extraordinary crop is useless if they cannot be planted and raised by the common woman. I've long made ease of use of I've long made ease of use a priority when I develop new seeds, asking everyone from experienced researchers to eager children to plant them in the earth and then comparing results. But of course, I'm sure you've had more than enough long-winded explanations over your journeys to last a lifetime. Yeah, Take this reward for your contribution and take satisfaction in a job well done. Greetings. You seem eager to give a small portion of your time up in the name of progress. All I require is help with a simple delivery, and the rest assured you will receive just compensation. I've been expecting someone from the dairy farm to come pick up this batch of fruit. I've seen neither hide nor hair of them. I deliver it myself, but my duties have prevented me from stepping even an ilm from these crates. The fruit is liable to rot if not stored properly, so if it isn't too much trouble, please make haste to the Mitato and deliver them to my colleague there. Oh, hello. Was there something you needed? Oh, what specimens, so plump and fragrant. You say you came all the way from Merrill Ergonomics. Thank you for making the trek. It would have been a shame to see those go to waste. Sometimes the cattle here are so temperamental that I quite forget my other obligations. Ruba must be cross with me. This isn't the first time I've accidentally shirked my appointments with him. I must give him something by way of apology. Perhaps this golden cheese will do the trick. As you well know, we at the Mitato pride ourselves on our research into the various methods of animal husbandry and fermentation used throughout the realm, and this cheese is our latest masterpiece. It came out in no small part thanks to the fruit you just delivered. We feed it to our cattle, and it is the main contributor to the cheese's heavenly fragrance. If it's not too much trouble, could you deliver this wheel to Ruba? rare tea pills. No fruit, I see. I trust you delivered it without incident. You didn't eat it, did you? I should be eating food. This is golden cheese. The legends only say the masters of where to know the secret of its creation. I never thought I'd lay my eyes on a single slice, let alone a whole wheel. If I receive one of these each time Siblin forgets her obligations, then she can be absent-minded as she pleases. What does it taste like, I wonder? Will it live up to the tall tales? Oh, my apologies. I do tend to get carried away when it comes to cheese. Any road, thank you for your assistance, and take this for your time. I would share this cheese with you, but well, the threat of the apocalypse is no more, thank the 12. I feel that even the fruit are more vibrant. Doubtless they too feel the joy of a brighter future. I'm just gonna pause real quick. Okay, I'm back. If I'm not mistaken, you have the steely eyes of an adventurer, one who looks death in the eye and does not flinch. It just so happens that I require a sample of rare earth, but I can only be found in a location rife with vicious plants and God knows what else. I would give you a hefty stack of coin if you could retrieve it for me. If you are willing, pray make your way to Trog Files Keep Deep and gather for me 3 samples of brown mud. The darker the better, I say. I suggest sharpening your weapons beforehand, but I won't tell you how to do your job. You've returned. Am I surprised? No, no, of course not. I had the utmost faith in your abilities. Well, did you bring the samples? Excellent work. With this, I shall continue my research into the techniques of the Naxian, skilled fighters and farmers both. I recently acquired texts from their homeland that go out into some detail about their agriculture. Did you know they mix bat droppings into the soil to make it more fertile? Quite ingenious. The land they live is quite temperate, and it is writ that after 100 summers, the droppings solidify into something resembling stone, further concentrating the nutrients contained within. Excuse me. Of course, the samples you provided me today are far too ripe to be of much use on their own. However, what is the purpose of research if not to free us from the bounds of the unnatural world? Natural world. What's that? Of course, I'm sure I said the droppings resemble mud, didn't I? Regardless, I aim to speed up the ripening process, creating in days what takes nature centuries to accomplish. If I succeed, farmers across the realm will rejoice, and they will have you to thank for it. Madame, I say, Madame, I seem to be in a bit of a bind, and I was wondering if you might lend your aid to remedy the plight of a struggling student. Oh, of course, introductions. I am Arbulax from the studium, where my research involves the finer points of bacteria and fungi. I'm here to harvest mushrooms for labyrinthos for my experiments, but I'm afraid I may be in over my head. You see, the mushrooms are located in 33rd facet, but the shaft is positively swarming with things I can scarce stand to look at, let alone face in combat. It isn't uncommon for members of the studium to request help from the more martially inclined, and so here I am before you. Will you procure the mushrooms for me? I would be forever in your debt. Oh, thank you, good madame. Well then, the sample number for my plot is 316. The mushrooms stand out among the others, with red caps and distinctive triangle shape. Just in case, however, I do have this illustration. I understand all too well the impulse to become lost gazing at the fungi. Perhaps this will help keep you on track. If you find the sheer variety of mushrooms to be overwhelming, then simply consult the picture and it should put you back on track. Well, I can see by the dirt on your boots that you did some manner of digging. Were you able to find my sample? Ah, yes, these match my illustrations exactly. Thank the 12 that the brave of heart still walk this road. Do you have an interest in fungi yourself? These were developed from the spores of the elf stool, which can only be found in the Oran Vale. A rare mushroom, but these are superior in every way. For one, they are much less inclined to kill you, a vast improvement by any measure of the word. Of course, I've had my failures, but the less said about those the better. What matters is now, and the revolution sample 316 is sure to herald. Right back. Okay. I'm actually gonna make this a short episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Peace.